Okay, this is Duper Special, and I'm gonna be doing a Condor Golok machete review. I'm gonna start the review with the design and the details of the blade. The sheath has a nice sturdy sheath with a rivet. It rotates right here, so you can like rotate on the belt when you crouch. It's nice because it won't stick in the ground. It won't like just hit the ground, just stick there. It'll rotate down or whatever, however way you want it to. It comes with a cool little emblem on it, little Condor emblem. If you can see it right there in the light. Also has El Salvador on the back. Okay, now to the actual fun part, the blade itself. It's made out of 1075 high carbon steel. Has a nice little convex grind on it when it comes out of the box. Of course, I've done some work on it. Just haven't changed the grind, just sharpened it and stuff. And it also comes with a cool black finish, or a lot of people think it's cool. I think it sucks. Took it off and gave it a crappy patina because that's how I roll. It has some brass rivets and a brass lanyard hole, and those are nice. I like how smoothly they make the handle real nice and smooth. It's made out of walnut. One thing I don't like, the lanyard hole. One reason I don't like this though is because when you hit something really solid, it makes a unpleasant hollow sound, and it really sucks when it makes that sound. The spine, as you can see, it's full tang, making it very thick in the handle, giving you a really good grip. You can have a nice, firm, strong grip. Really feel the blade with it. It has Condor right there. Anyway, it tapers down as the blade goes, and the spine has a 90-degree angle on it, which is really nice for fire sticks, like when you want to make some sparks. But I like the spot right here underneath the Condor the most, because it seems to be a little bit sharper of an angle, and it definitely makes a lot more sparks when you're trying to start a fire. Okay, so I'm gonna go chop some stuff and show you more about the blade in a sec. Alright, with the geometry of the blade, I like the little wave. It just goes up in the back, then down in the front. Anyway, it's you can easily tell from the thickness, it's not much of a brush cutter, a fine brush cutter. Of course, it'll handle thick stuff like this or like that just fine. Got to pull some weeds, take care of those. And it chops solid stuff that's like you can grab with your hands, like rounds that you can grab with your hands really well. But you see how the blade shape, when you're cutting like thicker stuff like this stump, it's like the blade shape tries to it distributes too much force over too wide of an area, or not enough force, and it makes it a little bit more difficult to chop wider things. Of course, it still chops fine. It's a nice little blade, pretty well rounded. I'm gonna pick this up real fast and chop these weeds. All right. So this sucker's going down. Okay, gonna see if I can save the camera on it. Oh, look at that! Completely just, yeah, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Gonna go up here, find something thicker to chop. Here's a little springy test. It's kind of a springy piece of wood right here. We're gonna see how well it cuts on the springy stuff. It's about that thick, that around. So we're just gonna chop this. I'm gonna try really hard to keep the phone steady because that's what I'm recording this on. It's kind of hard to chop hard and keep the camera on what I'm chopping. So here we go. Yeah, chopped through that pretty well. Would have chopped a lot better if I had all my focus on chopping it, but it was okay. Took a couple chops. I'm gonna go over here, chop on this wide thing so I can show you what I'm talking about when I say has a hard time chopping huge stuff. Okay, huge, got a huge log right here. Gonna, oh, got a thorn in my foot. Ouch. Okay, gonna cut some shenanigans out of this. Show you how the edge of the blade right there kind of isn't the greatest for cutting huge stuff. Of course, you got that whole entire flat side right there, but doesn't allow you to get as much force with the swing, you know. I can do this. Okay. You hearing that hollow noise? Yeah, I hate that crap. Alright. So, it's deep enough, you know. If this was just a round stick, it would have been cut a lot deeper. I like to ground out at the, right here on the bark. It just doesn't. The roundness, I don't know what it is. I can't really give you a 100% accurate why it does that, but it does. And that's okay because it still cuts just fine. Got a heavy swing. That's one of the biggest things that I hate about review videos is people got the slight swing all the time in them, and I try not to have that. I understand it's difficult sometimes when you're holding the camera on the other hand and trying to keep it steady. But you know, this thing though, pretty good blade. Not too big, has a 14-inch blade, then 21 inches overall. Not too cumbersome. It's nice, comfortable in the hand. Has that little round stopper right there, pretty comfortable. Has a little bit more shock than a lot of people seem to like. I hear complaints about that a lot, but I think it's a fine blade. And I like it a lot. Convex grind, as you can see here. If you just, the camera would be all like, whoa, what am I looking at? Here we go. Just kidding. Okay, can't show you it, but yeah, it's good. Hollow noise. That was my duper special review with a Condor Golok machete. I hope you like it. I'm gonna start making more of these, and I'll get more professional as I go along. This is my first one. My kind of like my pilot episode. All right, see you guys. Have a nice day. Thank you for spending the time to watch this video. I really appreciate that. Bye.